Hello and welcome back to Scroll Through Life podcast. And we've got the name there.
Yeah.
Well, then again, we are still quite new to doing this.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this is episode 3 with myself, Addi of Antibiotics.
And me, Hinchi.
Good evening, Hinchi.
Good evening, Addi.
How are you?
I am wonderful. How about yourself?
Yeah, not bad. So today we're going to be talking about is friendship and what I think of as friendship, what Hinchi thinks of it as friendship as well. Obviously, myself coming from the older generation, him coming from the younger generation. And we're going to share our stories, some encounters we've had through. I've had a few bad experiences. I've had a lot of good ones, but I've had a few bad ones, so I'm going to share that as well. And Hinchi's also going to share some good experiences they've had as well. So would you like to start off first, or would you?
I don't mind. This
Okay.
is
Hours.
Yeah,
Yes,
hours. Yeah,
yeah.
let's do it. Why don't you go ahead, Addi?
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you. Well, thank you, Hinchi.
You're welcome.
And so friendship to myself is obviously is somebody you can rely on. It's somebody you can always trust with, that you can tell them anything that's happened, whether you're feeling down, you're feeling anything that's happened at work, home life. You need that support group and that supportive individual who's always there for you whenever you need them. And you don't need to basically, as some people say, I'm stuck in the desert, I'd like this person there. I'm stuck I'm stranded out at sea, I'd like this person to be there with me. I would, the list goes on in using those sort of analogies. But to myself, a real friend is somebody who could basically, who's there for you. That's the main thing. You can rely on, you can trust, you can have a laugh with. Yeah, you have a bit of a fallout here and there, but the main thing is how you build it all back up from, not even from the beginning, just knowing where you left off from, and then just keep continuing building the trust upon that. And like I said, I've had a few bad experiences in my life with some friends, and I will share this one in particular. And Hinchi's also going to explain his theory and his thoughts on friendship. So Hinchi, go ahead.
Thank you, Addi. So, I think friendship is quite complex, especially in the sense that it's a complex relationship that you form with someone else who isn't your immediate family.
Yeah.
Because family, it's unrequited love. It's unconditional.
Yeah.
It's love that you just have there. Whereas friendship, you have to build this love and connection with a stranger. And I think a real friend is someone that you can eventually build up a big enough relationship to the point that you could call them family. Like, sure, you could be friends with someone, but to what extent are they just an acquaintance?
Yeah.
There is a difference between acquaintance and true friend. Because like you said, true friend is someone that you can rely on, someone that is there, someone that's dependable. And that's something which is connotated with family. You should be able to rely on your family. Obviously, some people have bad families, some people aren't able to do that. And some people end up making friends with people and then they end up calling them family.
Yeah, family.
Exactly.
I blame Tal for that reference, because he actually came up with that name, family. And it's true though, because eventually when you become friends, over time you all become like family. Why? Because through them you start expanding your network. You start extending your connections, you start meeting people who have similar interests. And I gotta admit, I sincerely blame Tal for this, and I do mean blame in a good way. Because of Tal, I got to meet this individual here, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
Likewise.
Thank you very much, brother. And over time, beforehand, I got to meet the great Aidan Riley. If he's listening, a big shout out to him. Through Aidan, through myself, Aidan got to meet my other friend Fraser. Through Fraser, I got to meet another individual. Through Tal, I got to meet countless various other people. So over time, basically, this family just started extending for the greater good. And thankfully, we are here today. We're all there for one another, which is always the positive plus side of things. And when it's like that saying comes, in it, right place, right time, right moment, why you met that person. And there's a saying as well that, when it comes to your friends, Some people, bad people come into your life for a lesson. Good people come into your life as a blessing. Yeah, and sharing some other thoughts as well. Like obviously, what I thought about friendship is, like somebody, you say to them, okay, why don't we just go out for a meal sometime?
Yeah.
That's a great thing. Even people say, oh, that happens every day. Yeah, but it's for a reason why that happens every single day. Why? You want to spend time with that individual. You want to spend time with that positivity that individual has to offer. That positive vibe. You love being around their vibe.
Yeah.
It's like over the years, as I've gotten older, it makes me realize if somebody doesn't have a good vibe to them, where you can sense that negative energy, I will literally walk in the other direction. I do not need it. Nobody needs an individual like that in their lives. So we could just feel like something's a bit off. It's telling you that for a reason. Or when you're with somebody, oh, that's a good feeling I got from that person, I'd like to meet them again. Again, you want to be around that positive energy.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, it's what you want to come down. That's what it literally comes down to. You want to be around people who have the same sort of interests as yourself, who have the same sort of connection as yourself. Like you like basically the same music, the same movies, etc., etc. You like to even just go out and have a nice, fun time with somebody.
Yeah.
You want to be around that person because you like the feeling you're getting from them. Like, for example, if a person's not really happy going home after a hard day's work, it's not the house that they're not like, it's the people inside that could possibly make them uncomfortable, regardless of who that individual is. And when they're out and about and they're out of the house for countless hours, they're out of the house for a good reason, and that reason literally is because they like the respect they're getting off other people. That's another thing that comes down to friendship. You have to respect one another. There's that old saying, you got to give respect in order to get respect, but whatever you do, you don't demand it off anybody, because it's not going to happen. I've seen people over the course of my life where they're a lot older than me, even by 5 years, 10 years, and yet they talk to people like they literally, the attitude that they have basically says to people, I demand the respect of you. They're not saying those exact words, but that attitude says enough.
Yeah, it's the entitlement that some people have. They just think, oh, because I've done this in my life, or I haven't done this, or you are merely just younger than me, you have to treat me in a certain way, and it's honestly quite stupid. It's really
extremely
dumb, especially because you've experienced life a lot more. I'm at the early stages of life. I'm basically just starting life, but I can see this happening. I've experienced it myself. There are people out there that they don't care. They just because they're older, they think they're so much better.
Yeah.
And it just angers and enrages me, because it's like, what have you actually done? Like, fundamentally, what positivity and what impact are you making for me to want to respect you, other than you being born earlier than me?
That's it. Just because you were born earlier than me and you walk fast, you walked before me, you spoke before me, that doesn't make you any better than me. At the end of the day, you're just a human. Your heart pumps this literally the same way as mine does. You put your pants on one leg at a time, just like I do. If people don't know how to do it, then that's their own problem. You know how to put your pants on.
It's the value you create in life. It's not you having a life, which is the value.
Yeah, it's what you can offer the next generation.